Hey everybody, lots of exciting things happening in the toy store. I've got some big news to share. We're going to be messing around with some displays. We've got some Amazon orders, a couple eBay orders. But before we jump into those, let's talk big news. It finally happened. The toy store has a part-time employee. They are coming on board. They're going to be helping us around the shop here, and that is pretty exciting. We've talked about this before, and they are going to be what I would call extremely part-time. Going to start out maybe helping us a couple hours a week here and there, but hopefully if things work out, we can get them a few more hours and possibly go to 7 days a week. Shopping season for Christmas, for the holidays, that is coming up quick. We want the toy store to be open as much as we can. Is that how I want to say that? We want the toy store to be open 7 days a week. We want to expand our hours, and having a part-timer that can come in, help us out, cover some shifts, I think it's really going to work out. Now, the next big piece of news, I talked about it just a little bit yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's video, jump back and check that out. And speaking of jumping, so I'm going to refresh just in case you missed it. Jumping Jacks is an indoor trampoline park, and it's for kids, right? I'm sure adults jump in there too. But we had a Jumping Jacks. I've got the door locked. I was going to show everybody where it's at. We had a Jumping Jacks right down there. So you see where the AMC theater is? Kind of on the end, past the Child Time Learning Centers, there was a Jumping Jacks, okay? When COVID hit, Jumping Jacks ceased to exist down there. Basically, that was it. So the first day of the lockdowns here in Illinois, Jumping Jacks, they locked their doors and they never opened them back up. So it's not gonna be Jumping Jacks. It's going to be Bouncing Bees. And I had a customer come in that comes in, every now and then, and she told me they are going to be the ones getting in there, getting it set up, and they are hoping for a January opening. And she said she wanted to come back and talk to me. We're thinking some cross promotion deals like coupons, this and that, but we're gonna work something out. And that is really good for us. Anytime you're bringing families, foot traffic past the toy store, it can only help you out. So we're definitely excited about that. The next big piece of news, we are going to be venturing into Whatnot. Now, I have bought a lot of Lego minifigures off of Whatnot. I've been kind of tracking Overstock toy auctions on Whatnot, and I think we can slide right in there, build up kind of our following, and it will be a really good way for us to get some of these toys in boxes, get them shipped out the door, and help us continue to roll over inventory. It's all about volume, so I think Whatnot is going to be a great fit. Now, do I have all the details? No, I did get us registered in the app, and I'm not really sure how our first auction is gonna go. I need to go through the store, pick out some items. We're gonna go for 100 or 200 items our very first auction, and it's gonna be like a fire sale. We're gonna do dollar starts, 30-second auctions or something like that, and we're just gonna try to get through the first one. But the thing is, I'm gonna need some help for that, so I really need to coordinate that schedule. What's everybody think about that? Let me know down in the comments below. Yay, nay, hey, you're gonna get burnt, you're gonna lose so much money. Just let's talk about it. Let's get a conversation going. Now, speaking of moving inventory out the door, I've got 2 Amazon orders I need to get boxed up. And the thing is, with these Amazon orders, you've got to get those shipped out basically the day the order comes in. They really expect you to do that. I also have a couple eBay orders. The Superman, this Tunique Comics Superman, that's a NECA fig, that's going out. And then this Lego Dreams set, that's got to get boxed up as well. I want to talk about the Amazon orders. Basically, we bought an Overstock load that had 100 or so of these crossbows. And what I did was I just scanned it into the Amazon Marketplace, listed these things for $28, and we've sold 10 or 12 of them. It's almost like Amazon sold us the Overstock and then we're just listing it back on Amazon. We've done that with several things that have come out of our Amazon Overstock buys. So that's just kind of weird to me, but hey, whatever works. You're making money, may as well, I don't know what else to say about it. The fees on Amazon Marketplace, similar to eBay, but you have to pay a monthly fee as well. I think it's $40. That can kind of eat into your profits a little bit, but it's still worth it. You're moving inventory you normally probably wouldn't move. That brings me to today's project. I have a lot of $4.99 items in the store. That didn't really come out right. It sounded better in my head. $4.99 item, basically things like this. We have 100 or so of these 4D Boba Fett puzzles. There are maybe 100 of these Funkoverse, Space Jam and New Legacy toys. I have a bunch of these big first grade books, and I'm just gonna make a $4.99 shelf. That's a better way to explain it. And those are kind of an example of what I'm gonna put on that shelf. We also have a whole bunch of these Dr. Alan Grants, a whole bunch of these Dr. Ian Malcolms. The thought process is if I give those toys a little bit more visibility, I put them right here by the cash register, it's gonna kind of continue the $4.99 trend I've got going right here. $4.99 BFFs, we've sold quite a few of those. $4.99 Pixo Bits, we've sold quite a few of those. I'll do $4.99 4D puzzles, $4.99 Funkoverse, $4.99 Jurassic Park. I think we kind of get it. You're standing up here by the cash register, you're in line, $4.99 for a really good toy. That's not a bad deal. And when I say we have lots and lots of each one of those items, I really mean it. We've been doing a bunch of talking, and I really need to focus in on getting the eBay and Amazon done. So that's the first thing we're gonna knock out. Then we will work on the shelf here. That shouldn't take very long. I already have most of these items out. The one thing we might have to dig for, the Jurassic World stuff. I think I said Jurassic Park earlier, or is it Jurassic Park? Is it Jurassic World? No, it's Jurassic Park, right? Yeah, it's Jurassic Park. It's from the original. Unfortunately for me, I ran out of boxes that are this size, so I am going to have to make boxes for these two items. Nobody wants to watch me make boxes, so we're gonna kind of skip ahead on those. The Superman fig, I should be able to get boxed up pretty quick. And then the Lego set, I'm gonna have to make a box. It's gonna be a little bit longer of a process, boxing stuff up today. I'm gonna get it done, and then we'll skip ahead to the shelf. While I was gabbing away making the intro, we had another eBay sale. This is for the Barbie Bessie Coleman, the 12-inch signature doll. And I happen to have one right here. So let's add to the list of things we need to box up. Nobody's complaining though. That's another sale in the books, and I'm gonna continue working on that. Amazon orders boxed up. I can't stress enough how I do not like making boxes for orders. I'm wondering if it would be okay to wrap those in like a brown paper wrap and send them that way. They're in a box, they're pretty sturdy. I wouldn't think anyone's keeping the box for these K'NEX CyberX. This is what I've been boxing up. Right, here it is, K'NEX CyberX, 460 pieces of raw power. I think just brown paper would probably work on those. And then I did get the eBay orders done. I was able to repurpose some of the boxes laying around the shop for eBay orders. And I think I need to get a box order in. We are running thin. We had a big stockpile going, and now we're kind of down to nothing. But anyway, let's get everything off of this shelf and see how good of an idea this is. I'm starting to second guess it already, but let's just dive in. It can't look any worse than how it looks now. This is really hodgepodge, even though I did sell one of these off of here yesterday. And speaking of sales that we made yesterday, remember how I moved some of the puzzles from that were just buried basically on some of these lower shelves? We sold 4 puzzles out of here and 4 puzzles off the ledge. I am pretty happy about that. we've been on this big push to get things that have been hidden away, tucked on bottom shelves, buried wherever in the store, getting some better prices on those items and getting those items sold. So you got to be happy when you make a little bit of progress. And like I said, we've done a lot of talking today, but now we're going to actually do some real toy store work. I mean, eBay and Amazon, that's toy store work too. But let's do this. Let's get it going. I am going to open this and look at it. The only reason it looks sealed, but it came out of that Amazon return buy, and I've had a couple figures come back into the shop from that particular haul, and they all looked good, but when they were opened and kind of played with, they weren't good. So I'm going to open this up and look at it, and we will dive into that. I already have another spot for these, and you have a Care Bear. The rest of the stuff on that shelf, very hodgepodge. We are going to unceremoniously clean that off. Did that come out right? I think so. Basically, we're going to clean it off and then we'll come back to it, okay? In the middle of cleaning these shelves off, I hear the iPad go off. I hear the cha-ching, and that means we've got an eBay sale. Somebody picked up the Barbie Kitty combo. I will get this boxed up, and we might make it to the post office today with this one, but we will see on that. I think I'm really going to like this. The more I clean kind of this hodgepodge, getting it out of here, I'm like, why is this like this? You know, what's the problem over here? And I'm going to keep going with it, okay? At the same time I'm working on that display, I also ran into a box of these little fawns, which is a good thing because we sold a bunch of these small fawns this weekend. I think I counted 28 that we sold, give or take one or two, 25 to 30. How's that sound? Now this is coming along okay. I'm not real sure how I'm gonna work it all out, but I will be glad to sell some of these things off of here, and I'll probably move these drones. I don't know, I like them right here. They've been hot sellers. They're $1.99. And we'll just see how it works out. I think this looks a lot better. And again, anything on this shelf will be $4.99. Time to get these Boba Fett helmet 4D puzzles moving. Space Jam, A New Legacy. Need to get it out of here. We've got some Funkos that need to go. I think $4.99 will be a very good price. And as I was doing that display, I had another eBay order come through. Somebody picked up Disney IOI Forever, inspired by Mona. That's for the 18-inch dolls. I think I'll get those boxed up. And we're going to call it a video. It is Monday. We're not supposed to be in here all day on our days off, but I think this looks a lot better. And we're probably going to do something similar to this shelf and something similar to this shelf. It won't be all $4.99 stuff, but these things right up front need to be items that are going to move. They need to be kind of impulse buys. You look over there, you say $4.99, that seems like a good deal. And plus it just looks a lot better. I know we have talked about this before. You want to try not to make huge displays of the same item, but I think we'll be okay on these. This isn't that much. It's not like it's overload. It's just a few of each item. You know, it'd be different if the whole shelf was the 4D puzzles or the whole shelf was Space Jam, whichever, right? But I think we're okay with this. And at the bottom, I did put some of that Studio Mercantile stuff that we cleaned out of the puzzle and games aisle, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos ago. I'm gonna get this stuff boxed up. I hope everybody's having a great start to your week. I'm gonna call it a video. Until next time, I will see you later. Peace.